Good morning, welcome to day 8 of your daily wellness, and today our focus is headstand bow pose. Now, like I said yesterday, don't worry, it is an advanced pose. We've got plenty of options leading up to it, and we're going to do plenty of prep work and warm up. So to begin with, I want you to come into a standing pose. Start to find length through the spine, scoop the tailbone under and just take a moment to stand tall. Take a little move around on the feet. Find that neutral point, grounding firmly into the floor with the feet. Spread the toes, place them down. Grip with your toes, inside, outside, front and back. Long through the spine, chin tucked slightly. Good. In your alignment, feel your breath start to come, so feel that depth of breath, feel the belly expand and contract. And bring hands to hips. From here, as you inhale, I want you to start to take the tailbone back, working right down through the lower back. And then slowly scoop it under, getting that big stretch through the front of the hip flexor. So notice how I'm not moving the chest for now. We're working from the mid-back down. Keep the upper body as still as you can. Take it back, feel the vertebra extend, extend, extend all the way down, right to the tailbone, and then from the tailbone curl it under, and then take it all the way forwards. A few more repetitions. Good, and now we lock in the lower part of the spine and we do the upper spine. So elbows come back as we take the chest forwards, trying to pull the arms back, really arch through the upper back. And then as you exhale, hunching over, stretching through the upper back. A few more repetitions. One more. And now we can use all for a standing cat-cow. So as you inhale, everything comes back. As you exhale, everything tucks under. Again, 2 more. Inhale, everything. Exhale, scoop. 1 more. And scoop. And release it off. Find length. Good. Slide the hands down the front of the legs as we fold into our forward fold. Knees can bend as much as you want or need. When you get there, give the head a little shake and a little nod. Give your hips a little wiggle as if you're wiggling your imaginary tail. And then starting to just allow the body to kind of swing side to side. Hands can be on the calves, on the shins, on the thighs, wherever suits you. They can just hang, or you can use the floor. And bring it back to center. Place your hands on the mat and step your right foot back onto the knee. Take a moment to set up. So the left knee is directly above the left ankle. Right toes can be tucked, all the top of the foot flat down. Abdominals drawn in. Place the right hand and then the left hand on the knee. Good. Take a moment to allow the weight to sink forwards. Still keeping the knee above ankle, so step it a little wider if need be. Allow the sinking. Good, and then swap hands, right and then left. From here, so keeping the tailbone scooped under, we're just going to give a little push back. So So taking a big stretch through the front of the right hip, open the chest, push back. Strong through the left foot and the top of the right foot. Keep scooping the tailbone under, particularly through the right side, and imagine pulling that left hip back into the socket. From there, release the hands, sweep them up, maybe back slightly. And then as we exhale, we bring them down. Tuck the back toes under. Lift up, step that left foot back, come into downwards facing dog. Take a moment in your down dog, spread your fingers, weight even between hands and toes. Tailbone up to the sky. Take that little wiggle of your tail. Good, and then we're going to drop the left knee down, step the right foot forwards. So again, take a moment to get set up. Right knee above the right ankle. Toes can be tucked or foot flat at the back. And then we're going to go left hand and then right hand as we come up. Take a moment to allow that sinking. Wiggle the foot forwards to make sure the knee is above the ankle. Good, and then we're going to swap hands, left first and then right, and then start to push back a little. Scoop the tailbone under, particularly through this left butt cheek. Open the chest, lift the chest, shoulder blades come together in the upper back. Imagine pulling that right hip back into the socket as you push the left hip under. Good, release it there. Swing the arms forwards, up and back for one inhale. And as you exhale, we take it back down. Plant the hands, lift up, come back to downwards facing dog. From there, looking forwards, walk the feet up part way and walk the hands back to the feet. Ground down firmly through the feet and roll it up. Good, abdominals in, spine nice and tall. Feel that grounding through the feet into the floor. And gently shift your weight into your left leg. Abdominals tucked in, lengthen up tall as we bring the right knee forwards. And then we're going to take that right foot back and take a hold with the right hand. If you need to hold on to something at this point, you can. We're not particularly working balance today. We're working at opening up the front of the hips, ready for our bow pose or headstand bow. And then we want to scoop the tailbone under, try and keep knees together. Open the chest. The other hand can stay on the waist. We can bring it to the heart for flamingo. Or you can reach back as well to join the other hand. Really scoop the tailbone, open the chest. Good. Gently release it off. We're going to bring the knee up again, hug it in, and actually allow the upper body to hug in as well. Release the tension from the back. And drop the foot down. So same on the other side. Take a moment to find your grounding. Those roots coming out into the floor. Abs are drawn in as we bring the left knee up. And then we take it back and take a hold with the left hand. You can hold on to something if you want to here. Scoop the tailbone under, knees together. Open up through the chest. Right hand can be at the waist. We can bring it to the heart for flamingo. Or we can take it back to meet the left. Scoop the tailbone. Open the chest. Good. Gently release off. Bring the left knee up to the nose, hug it in, and allow the upper body to curl. Again, you can hold on to something, you can use an elbow or your hand to steady yourself if you need to. And then we release it down. From here, bend the knees slightly. Good. So we want a little bit of soft knees. We're going to inhale the arms up. As you exhale, we're going to rotate to one side. I need to do it this way actually. As you exhale, rotate to one side. Reach the arms forwards and backwards. Inhale up. Exhale to the other side. Keep the knees together. One more on each side. Inhale. And around. One more. Inhale them back up. And then carve a line down the middle into your forward fold. Take a moment to hang again. Give your tail a little wiggle. Give the head a little shake, a little nod. And slowly roll it up. Swim the arms behind, interlace your fingers. Bring the feet together, maybe just an inch between the heels or all together, it's up to you. Open the chest, pull the knuckles down, scoop your tailbone under, gazing up to the sky. Keep on pulling the knuckles down, open the chest, lift the chest as you pull down. So we're not just trying to crank over as far as we can, we're trying to lengthen the back, create space to get that arch all the way up into the upper back. Hold for 3, 2, 1, release off, come back through center and allow the fold. From here, bring it down onto the knees. Send the hands back, palms facing up. Child's pose. Take a moment to release. Good. Gently bring it back up. Take opposite hand to knee, small twist. Same on the other side, opposite hand to knee, small twist. Good. And now we come down onto the mat, onto your back. Hug one knee in, nice and tight, give that ankle a few rolls, one way and the other. Release it off, hug the other knee in, nice and tight, give that ankle a few rolls, one way and then the other. Hug them both in. Take a little roll from side to side. Good. From here, keep the knees wherever they feel comfortable for a moment for your back. And give your wrists a few circles. So for those of you who will be coming into full bow, headstand bow, we will be putting some weight on the hands. The majority of you won't be getting there. Don't worry about that. So we're going to be doing a few variations of shoulder bridge, turning shoulder bridge into handstand bow. We're going to come up and down and up and down and up and down together. I'm going to take the different options as we go through. You can stick with the first option all the way through for every repetition. You can take it to the next ones, you can try it a bit. But listen to your body. Again, this will be a lot of tension on your neck if you come to the final pose, and also on your spine. So you know your body. So the first thing we want to do is to really bring the feet in close and then shuffle your bum as close as you possibly get them to your feet. So we can reach down towards the ankles. You don't have to touch them if you're not there yet. Hands, palms down on the floor. Slowly start to lift up, starting with the tailbone. Lifting the lower abdomen, middle abdomen. As you come up, you might want to wiggle the shoulders closer together. Lifting chest towards the sky, chest over the chin almost. And then we're just going to gently lift the chin a little to the sky so that we're not cranking in here. Keep the neck nice and long. Press through the feet firmly. Knees don't go out or in. Keep them parallel as you can without looking. 3, 2, 1, and we roll it slowly back down. Take a little reset, hug the knees in, take a little roll. Okay, setting up for the next option. So you can do that option again if that's where you're at, or making sure we're nice and close this time. As you come up, you're going to bring the shoulder blades together and reach for your ankles. Then take it up and try and get this connection between hands and ankles. Chest over chin, chin up to the ceiling, scoop the tailbone under, big stretch through the front of the hips. Hold for 3, 2, 1, slowly release it off. Hug the knees in. Take that little rock and roll. Two more levels. So again, you can keep it at that first level or go back to it. You can keep it at the one that we just did, reaching for the ankles, or if you have the flexibility through your chest, the strength through your wrists, bring the feet in close, bring the palms down at the sides of your head. As you lift up, we lift onto the top of the head, use the hands to support. Scoop the tailbone under. Hold, press through the feet firmly. 3, 2, 1, gently release off. Hug the knees in. And again, if that was feeling like your limit, if you felt like you were being wobbly and it was causing more tension through the back, if you could feel tension on the head, then the next step is not for you. Keep practicing there or take it down a level. Okay, it's your body, you're responsible for what you do. So the full option, if you want to work towards it, again, get that set up so the heels are coming in close to your hips. If you're going for the full version, bring the hands up, place the palms down. As you lift up, we come onto the top of the head. If you're comfortable there, you can start to reach the hands towards the ankles. If they don't reach, you can reach to the floor. Find what works for you. Hold for 3, hips up, 2, 1. If you're in full version, use the hands to lift and bring the head down. Hug the knees in. Good. Straighten out through the left leg. Ooh. Straighten out through your left leg. Take the right leg across the body as you come into a twist. Just releasing tension through the back, looking away in the opposite direction. Bring that right knee in. Take the right leg out long and take the left leg across, looking across in the opposite direction. Good, bring it back in. Hugging both knees in. Maybe here, if you've got the option, you can hold on to the back of the thighs and take a little rock and roll up the spine. And then roll it up to seated. So finishing off with a little bit of Again, attention for the neck if you did do the full versions, but it's good to do even if you didn't. And you can keep repeating those or go at the lower options or whatever you need to do, whatever you want to do. So just taking ear to shoulder one side then the other. Keep the shoulders still. Gazing over one shoulder and then the other. Again, keep the shoulders nice and still. Bring it into the center. We're going to draw with the nose a figure of 8. So we draw the top part of the loop around and the bottom part. Keep drawing your figure of 8. And changing direction. Good. And then a last little bit, taking a few breaths in seated cat-cow. As you inhale, the chest comes forward, chin lifts. As you exhale, send it back, hold onto the knees. As you inhale, bring it forwards. As you exhale, take it back. If you enjoy that part of the move where the weight is all back, pushing through the spine, just hold it here for a few breaths. Or you can continue with the movement, taking your cat-cow, whatever suits you. Good. And then we bring it back to neutral. Taking a moment to settle in while we see what pose we've got for tomorrow. Ooh. Oh, there's more than one there. Okay. So that's extended wheel pose, which is basically like we just did but more. So I'm not actually going to use that one tomorrow because the majority of us would have barely even got to the end of today. If you have wheel pose in your practice, you could do today's video and then add some wheel pose at the end and then add the leg lift. But for the rest of us, that's just a repeat of today. Okay, this is also very similar. So we have camel pose, which is also another back bend. Similar move to what we did today. In fact, the same move, but on your knees, kneeling instead of being down on the floor, which is a very different sensation. And again, there are options which feel quite different to how we do it on the floor. So we will do that one. So thank you for joining me, and namaste. I will see you again tomorrow for your next dose of daily wellness.